Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation on common data collection tools in quantitative research. I am Mr. Janrifa and over the next few minutes we will explore the essential tools researchers use to gather numerical data systematically and accurately. Whether you are a student, a beginner in research or someone interested in methodology, this session will give you a solid foundation. So let's start. Quantitative research is all about collecting data that can be measured and analyzed statistically. It focuses on objectivity and precision. But how do we actually collect this data? This answer lies in choosing the right tools that are efficient, consistent, and suitable for your research goals. The right tools yield reliable and meaningful insights. In this presentation, we'll walk through these tools, see what makes them effective, and understand their appropriate use. Now, if we talk about that what makes a good data collection tool. Before we look at the tools themselves, it is important to understand what makes a tool good. So, there are four things to make the data collection tool good. Those are validity, reliability, standardization, and analyzability. So first, it must be valid, meaning it measures what it's supposed to measure. Next, it must be reliable, so it gives consistent results across different times or groups. Standardization is key for uniformity, ensuring all respondents are treated the same. Lastly, the tool should be easy to analyze, meaning the responses can be easily converted into numbers and processed statistically. Now if we proceed, then there comes the part of structured questionnaires. Structured questionnaires are perhaps the most common tool in the quantitative research. These are the sets of fixed questions with limited answer options, like yes or no, multiple choice, or rating scales. One popular example is the Likert scale, which asks respondents to rate their agreement on a scale from 1 to 5. These questionnaires are quick to administer, highly consistent, and perfect for comparing data across many people. They are widely used in education, healthcare, market, and social research. So this was the part of structured questionnaires. Now, if we come to the survey part, whether it is digital or paper-based, then first of all, surveys are a flexible way to collect data from large populations. They can be conducted online using platforms like Google Forms, Qualtrics, or SurveyMonkey, or offline using printed paper forms. Surveys often combine several types of questions to collect information on demographics, behavior, opinions, or preferences. Their biggest strength is scalability. They can be distributed to hundreds or even thousands of respondents with minimal cost. And it is also useful for gathering opinion-based data also. So this was the survey part. Now the next part, test and assessments. Test and assessments are formal tools used to measure knowledge, skills, or psychological traits. These are often standardized, meaning everyone takes the same test under the same conditions. And these are typically scored quantitatively, and they are common in education, like think of SERS, healthcare like cognitive assessments, and HR such as aptitude tests. The advantage is that they yield quantifiable scores that can be easily compared across individuals or groups. And it is common in education, health diagnostics, and employment screening also. So these are the part of test and assessments. Now, if we come to the next slide, which is structured observations. Unlike surveys or tests, structured observations involve watching and recording behavior based on a predefined checklist or rating scale. For example, a teacher might record how often a student participates in class using a tally sheet. This method is useful in clinical, educational, and behavioral research. Because the observer knows exactly what to look for, it minimizes bias and keeps the process consistent through standard recording process. If we proceed to the part of experiments and lab-based tools, then experiments are designed to test cause and effect relationships. In an experimental setup, researchers manipulate one variable and observe its impact on another, often in a controlled environment. Tools may include lab equipment, sensors, software, or even mobile apps. These methods are common in psychology, economy, and health sciences. They provide high levels of control and accuracy, but they also require careful planning. So these were the experiments and lab-based tools part. Now coming to an important part, which is data entry and analysis tools. While not technically data collection tools, data entry and analysis software are essential to any quantitative research. Programs like SPSS, R, Excel, and Stata help us enter data, clean it, and apply statistical techniques. They allow us to generate graphs, test hypotheses, and summarize findings clearly. These tools transform raw numbers into meaningful insights and help ensure accuracy, consistency, and visual clarity in reporting. So, data entry and analysis tools are technically one of the most important part of this. Now coming to the summary and best practices part. To wrap up, here are best few practices. First of all, select tools that fit your research objectives and the characteristics of your respondents. Then, pre-test your tools with a small group to find and fix any issues. Third, train your data collectors to ensure consistency and accuracy. Lastly, always prioritize ethical standards, get informed consent, and keep data confidential. Remember, even the best tool is only as good as how it is used. So these were the summary part and some best few practices part. So we have come to the last part. Thank you for joining me in this session. I hope this presentation helped you understand the major data collection tools used in quantitative research. I am happy to take any question or hear about your own experiences with these tools. Let's keep the conversation going. See you soon. Thank you again. Bye.